Now this is my great-grandma Shepherd's chest coat medicine salve. It's a secret recipe. Only a couple members in the family know the recipe. Story goes she helped some, I think it was in India, she helped some sick man one time, and she treated him, got him well, and for payment he gave her this recipe. And I've used it, and it'll cure your chest coat. You could have pneumonia, he'll cure it. You rub it on your chest. It's homemade salve, like for chest coats. You gotta, after you rub it on your chest, you gotta wrap up real good. Now this salve is 40 years old, 40, and it still works. She used to sell it in her store. That's my grandma Shepherd's secret recipe salve, and only a few people know the recipe. That jar is still good, 40 years old. Let me read it. This is the only jar. Okay, this is the only. My sister's writing. This is the only jar we have left that I know of. You can still smell, and I'm quoting here. You can still smell the mustard oil in it. Yeah, we've had it for a long time, about 40 years. We bought it in the 70s from her. Still good. Chest coat salve. My grandma, my mom's mom, suffered a nervous breakdown. The reason why that is, here's 1934. Here's my Uncle Arlie. He died about a year after he died from polio. And there's my, I'm reading this as I go along. This is in West Virginia, Clarington, Ohio, 1934, left to right. My Aunt Dorothy, my Uncle Arlie passed away. My Aunt Jean, and this is my mom wasn't born yet. This is my Aunt Bobby. Mom was born about a year or so later. He died from polio in 1934, and my grandma suffered a nervous breakdown because of it. He died at 16. If you look closely, you can tell he was sick there. See his hands all curved up. Yep, passed away at 16. I showed you my mom and my dad on the USS Alabama, late 90s. Here's my dad and my sister on the warship USS Alabama. The other picture, my dad was holding a gun. Now it's my sister. USS Alabama. Dad, my sister. My mom took the picture. Here, I don't know what year this is. I don't know what she looked like, 5. This is my sister, Julie. My sister. I don't know. She's born in 60. I say this is probably about 1970. Here's my dad and my Uncle Clifton. The guy in the middle, I think, is their Uncle Boyd. I'm not sure about that. I never knew him. But here's my dad. Here's my dad. And here's my Uncle Clifton. My Uncle Clifton's a year older. They favor, don't they? And I think they call him Uncle Boyd. I'm not sure. But I don't see. I'm looking for a date as I move his camera. I don't see a date at all. I'm assuming this is Pinot, McCreary County, Kentucky. There's my dad. Here's my grandpa's brother, Uncle Leland. This is in Pinot or Stearns, Kentucky. It's McCreary County, July of 1965. Now, he fought World War II. He shot those anti-aircraft guns. He always couldn't hear nothing. He always put his ear. You talk to him. That's how he listened to you, just like that. My dad says he had to wake him up sometime because my grandpa ran the garage and my grandpa needed his help. My dad says he hated waking him up. He was real grouchy when he first 2 hours. You know, ask any veteran that fights a war, you don't get no sleep. He was real hateful when he first always would wake up. Real hateful, cussing, carrying on. Give him 2 hours, he was real mellow. I loved my Uncle Leland. Now, I wasn't around him when he always would first wake up. My dad was. My dad said he's very hateful, very grumpy. You know, oh, he'd cuss and carry on. But after 2 hours, you get real mellow. He was wonderful. I loved him. And I always call him a snack bastard. You go visit him and my Aunt Pearl, his wife, he always got the snacks out for us. Tomatoes, sandwiches, a very good-hearted. See, him and my grandpa was orphaned and they starved. But my Uncle Leland, he was a wonderful person. Dad said you just wouldn't want to be around him when he first wakes up in the morning. Real rough, a lot of language. He's pretty mean when he first woke up. But give him 2 hours, he's the nicest guy on this earth. I always seen a good side of him. He was wonderful. Dear Uncle Leland, rest his soul. I loved him. I'm saying my uncle. He was my great. I keep saying my uncle. He was my great Uncle Leland. This is me and my mom when I was a baby. Probably a year and a half old. I don't know. Say year and a half, wouldn't you say? I don't think I was 2 yet. Anyway, here's me and my mom. Me and my mom. There I am. And there's my mom. See baby crib. I don't know. Why was I there? Probably, I'd say it's 1964. Do I look a year old? I don't know. There I am. It's me. Trying to think where this is taken at. Let me think here. 1964. I think this is on Mainville Foster Road. I'm not sure. Because why I'm saying that, I don't recognize the wallpaper. See the wallpaper back here? I don't recognize the wallpaper. And I barely remember Mainville Foster. Me and my mom, approximately 1964. Here I am, standing beside my dad's hot rod. You can see the engine. Me and my curly hair. Probably about 1965. I think this is 1965. This should be on Smith Road here in Clermont County. Yes, right down from the Pay Lake. You know, can't think of the name. Oh my God. That's how stressed out, tired I am. My dad's hot rod. You know the Pay Lake on Smith Road. Can't even think. Ain't that awful? Can't even think of it. See my curly hair? My dad's ranch. He's been working on it. Yeah, I'm about 2. I guess I'm about 2, maybe 3 there. No, 2. I'll back up a little bit. I barely remember this. Barely. Here's my mom. That's my mom. Now this is my cousin Debbie. She was born in 1960. So this is my Aunt Anita and my Aunt Sarah Lynn. My mom's in the middle. And well, no, it'll be 61 because my mom met my dad in 61. So I don't know how old you think my cousin Debbie is there. Anyway, my mom in the middle, Aunt Sarah on the right, and Anita on the left. My Uncle Clifton's wife. Nice looking ladies, aren't they? I'm assuming this is Pinehawk, Kentucky, McCreary County. I'm assuming. Sorry. Oh, my bad. 1972. Okay, there I am again. Quick recap. Okay, 1972. I was 9. Oh, I just happened to see the date. I was 9 years old. That was 1972. There I am. With my great aunt Trix. I remember this picture. Why I remember it so well is, see the hose, and that's a furnace store. Now this is in Mainville, Ohio. 2-story house. If you go to Mainville before you get to the intersection red light, It's a yellow house that sits way back here, or kind of way back here. Anyway, this house is 2-story, and my grandma's cat, Tammy the cat, big fat cat, on the top of the steps there was a furnace vent, and I'd go up there and lay with the cat because it's real warm air. And my grandma called me for ice cream. I was going into the kitchen. And I can't remember who took the picture, but they said, Greggy, turn around and take a picture with your great aunt Trix. So that's me. Probably about 1974. And that's my great aunt Trix. She eventually went blind. I think that's my grandpa's sister, if I'm not wrong. I was headed to the kitchen, and whoever was taking pictures said, Greg, turn around and get a picture with your aunt Trix, great aunt Trix. And I remember that. I can remember turning around and getting a picture with her. Yep, I was about 11, 12, maybe 12. It was about 1974 to 1975, give or take.